Deep, deep down in the ocean, there was a beautiful palace. It was a place of wonder and magic, hidden away from the eyes of the world above. This magnificent structure was known as the Coral Palace. It was a marvel of nature, crafted from the vibrant corals that thrived in the depths of the sea. The palace shimmered with 1,000 colors, each coral reflecting the light in a dazzling display. It was a sight to behold, a true underwater wonder. It was the home of Princess Maurice, a beautiful mermaid with a sparkling tail. She loved her home. She loved her family. Maurice was known for her kindness and her adventurous spirit, but she longed to see the world beyond her palace walls. The ocean was vast, and Maurice felt a pull towards the unknown, a desire to explore what lay beyond her familiar surroundings. Every day, Maurice would swim to the edge of the coral reef. She would gaze out into the endless expanse of water, her heart filled with curiosity and wonder. She would stare out into the vast blue ocean. She dreamed of adventure. She imagined the creatures she might meet, the places she might see, and the stories she would have to tell. She dreamed of seeing new and exciting places. The thought of discovering uncharted territories and hidden treasures filled her with excitement. Maurice yearned to discover the secrets hidden beneath the waves. She wondered about the mysteries of the deep sea, the ancient ruins, and the forgotten tales of the ocean. One day, Maurice decided she could wait no longer. The call of the unknown was too strong to resist. She knew she had to follow her heart. She was going to explore the ocean. She was ready to leave the safety of her palace and embark on a journey of discovery. She was going to have an adventure. The ocean was her playground, and she was determined to uncover its secrets. Maurice was a little bit scared, but mostly excited. The thrill of the unknown filled her with a sense of purpose and determination. She knew it was time to follow her dreams. With a final glance back at her beloved Coral Palace, Maurice set off into the vast blue ocean, ready to embrace whatever adventures awaited her. Princess Maurice had everything a young mermaid could want. She had loving parents. She had beautiful clothes. She had all the seaweed snacks a mermaid could eat. But Maurice wanted more. She wanted to see the world. Maurice spent hours reading books in the palace library. She read about sunken ships and pirates. She read about strange and wonderful sea creatures. The more she read, the more she longed to explore. Maurice knew her parents would worry. She knew the ocean could be a dangerous place. But she couldn't shake the feeling that something amazing was waiting for her out there. She just had to be brave enough to find it. Maurice had a best friend named Finn. Finn was a playful dolphin. He was always happy and loved to explore. Maurice knew Finn was the perfect partner for an adventure.
Finn, she called, I have an idea.
Finn chirped happily. He could always tell when Maurice was about to do something fun.
I'm going on an adventure, and I want you to come with me, Maurice exclaimed.
Finn jumped out of the water excited. He loved adventures. Maurice told Finn all about her plans to explore the ocean. Finn listened patiently, his big eyes sparkling with excitement. He was ready to go. Maurice and Finn met secretly at the edge of the reef. Maurice took a deep breath. She was nervous but excited.
Are you ready, Finn? She asked.
Finn chirped and nodded enthusiastically. He was always ready for an adventure with Maurice.
Let's go, Maurice said.
And with that, they swam away from the reef. The vast ocean stretched before them. It was a bit scary, but mostly it was thrilling. Maurice and Finn swam side by side. The sun shone down on them. The water was warm and clear. They were off on their adventure. Maurice and Finn swam for hours. They saw schools of colourful fish. They saw graceful sea turtles. They even saw a giant squid lurking in a dark cave. Maurice had never seen so many amazing things. Just when they thought their adventure couldn't get any better, they saw it. A sunken ship. It was half buried in the sand. Seaweed and coral grew on its rotting wood. Fish swam in and out of its broken windows.
Wow,
Maurice exclaimed.
Let's go explore it.
Maurice and Finn swam closer to the ship. They were curious about its secrets. They carefully swam inside. The ship was dark and mysterious. Inside the ship, it was dark and quiet. Sunbeams streamed through cracks in the deck. Maurice and Finn swam slowly through the ship. They didn't want to miss anything. Suddenly, Finn flicked his tail excitedly. He had spotted something. In a corner, half hidden by sand, was a treasure chest. It was old and covered in barnacles. Maris carefully opened the chest. Inside, nestled on a bed of velvet, was a pearl. But this was no ordinary pearl. It glowed with a soft, magical light.
Wow,
Maris whispered.
it's beautiful.
Maris had never seen anything like it. She gently picked up the pearl. It felt warm in her hand. As Maris and Finn admired the glowing pearl, they heard a noise. Someone was coming. The sound echoed through the water, growing louder and more distinct with each passing second. Maris quickly hid the pearl and the chest. She glanced at Finn, her eyes wide with concern. They had to be cautious. Not everyone was friendly in these waters. A moment later, a figure appeared in the doorway. It was a human. He was a young man with a kind face and a twinkle in his eye. His presence was unexpected, yet there was something reassuring about his demeanor. He wore a captain's hat and a big smile. His attire suggested he was someone of importance, perhaps a leader or an explorer.
Ahoy there, mates! Who be ye? His voice was warm and welcoming, a stark contrast to the usual stern tones of other humans they had encountered.
Maris and Finn were surprised. They had never met a human who was so friendly. Most humans they had seen were either indifferent or hostile, but this one seemed genuinely kind.
I'm Maris, and this is my friend Finn. Maris's voice was cautious but polite, hoping this human could be trusted.
Pleased to meet you. My name's Leo, and what brings a mermaid and a dolphin to my humble ship? His curiosity was evident, but there was no hint of malice in his eyes.
Maris and Finn explained how they had found the sunken ship. They described the treasures they had discovered and the mysteries they hoped to unravel. Leo listened intently, his interest piqued by their tale. He seemed genuinely fascinated by their adventure and eager to learn more about their underwater world. Captain Leo listened intently to Maris and Finn's story. He was fascinated by the glowing pearl.
That's a remarkable tale. That pearl sounds like something truly special.
Suddenly, the water around them grew cold. A dark shape began to form in the shadows.
Who dares to speak of the pearl?
Maris, Finn, and Captain Leo turned to face the source of the voice. It was the Sea Witch. She was a fearsome sight. Her eyes glowed with an eerie green light. Her long black hair swirled around her like seaweed.
The pearl is mine! Give it to me!
Maris knew she couldn't let the Sea Witch have the pearl. It was too powerful.
No, I won't let you take it.
The Sea Witch laughed, a cold and cruel sound.
You are no match for my magic, little mermaid.
The Sea Witch raised her hands. Bolts of dark magic shot towards Maris and Finn.
Look out!
Captain Leo pulled out his sword and deflected the magic blasts. The battle raged. Finn darted and dodged, confusing the Sea Witch. Captain Leo fought bravely with his sword, and Maris, using the power of the glowing pearl, fought back against the Sea Witch's magic. Finally, with a surge of energy from the pearl, Maris managed to push back the Sea Witch's magic. The Sea Witch, weakened and defeated, disappeared into the shadows. The water calmed. The danger was over. Maris, Finn, and Captain Leo were exhausted but triumphant.
We did it! We defeated the Sea Witch!
Finn chirped happily, nudging Maris with his nose. Captain Leo smiled.
You were very brave, Maris.
Maris knew it was time to go home. She said goodbye to Captain Leo, promising to visit him again soon. Then she and Finn swam back towards the Coral Palace, the glowing pearl safely tucked away. When Maris and Finn returned to the Coral Palace, they were greeted like heroes. The entire community had gathered to welcome them back, their faces lighting up with joy and relief. The palace, usually a serene and quiet place, was now buzzing with excitement and chatter. Everyone had been worried about them. The days they were gone felt like an eternity to those who cared about them. The community had been on edge, fearing the worst but hoping for the best. Maris's parents were so relieved to have her back safe. They had spent sleepless nights, praying for her safety and longing for her return. The sight of their daughter, unharmed and smiling, brought tears of joy to their eyes. Maris told them all about her adventures. She recounted every detail, from the moment they set off to the challenges they faced along the way. Her eyes sparkled with excitement as she described the wonders they had seen and the dangers they had overcome.
We were so worried about you, Maris, the community members echoed, their voices filled with genuine concern and affection. They had missed her presence and were eager to hear her stories.
She told them about the sunken ship, the glowing pearl, and the brave Captain Leo. Each tale was more thrilling than the last, painting vivid pictures in the minds of her listeners. The glowing pearl, in particular, seemed almost magical, a beacon of hope in their underwater world. Maris's parents listened with pride. They had always known their daughter was special, but hearing about her bravery and resourcefulness filled them with a newfound admiration. They knew their daughter was special. Her adventures had proven that she was destined for greatness, capable of achieving things beyond their wildest dreams. They realized that she was meant for great things. The majestic marine life around them seemed to acknowledge this too, as if the entire ocean was celebrating her return.
You have made us so proud, Maris, her parents said, their voices choked with emotion. They knew that this was just the beginning of her journey.
The next day, Captain Leo sailed his ship close to the reef. He had come to bid farewell to his brave companions, knowing that their paths would cross again. Maris, Finn, and Captain Leo waved goodbye to each other. Their bond, forged through shared adventures and challenges, was unbreakable. They knew this wasn't the end of their adventures. There were still many mysteries to uncover and new horizons to explore. It was just the beginning. The vast ocean stretched out before them, filled with endless possibilities and uncharted territories. And so, the three friends sailed off into the sunset, ready for whatever new adventures awaited them. Their hearts were filled with hope and excitement, knowing that together they could conquer anything.